before continuing with the development of our homepage layout, we need to set up our page properties. Now, what we're going to do is create a large background gradient image. But to do that, we won't actually create a large image. That would create a large file size. What we're going to do is create a smaller image that tiles when viewed in the browser. So to the end user, it will look like a large, seamless image, but it actually is a very, very small image. And this keeps the file size very, very small and ensures quick download speeds. What I have done is I created an image in Photoshop that was 10 pixels wide. Because I know that our main container is 1,000 pixels high, I made the image 1,010 pixels. I added 10 pixels to the length just for safety insurance, so to speak. I then set up a gradient with desired colors and gradient style, and I simply dragged from corner to corner to create a gradient. You can drag in different angles, by the way, and produce different kinds of effects. Once I had this done, I simply saved it in the project images folder, first as a PSD file. Always do that for future reference. And then I also saved it for the web. When you save for the web, you want it to either be JPEG or PNG. In this case, I use JPEG high quality. It looked good to me, and the file size, I always check that file size, and the file size of my JPEG was less than 1K. And that's where you want to be. Usually you never want an image to be larger than 15K if you can help it. In this case, I'm much smaller than that. All right, I saved as a JPEG as well in my images folder. Now that I have my image created, I'm ready to set up all of the page properties in Dreamweaver. Now that I have the background image made, I'm going to tile it in the appropriate division. I'm going to make the main box have that particular background. So I'll click on main box and then edit with the pencil. Here is the main box division, and that's really the main container for everything. And for background, I'll simply browse to the image that I need, which is in the images folder. We're going to add backstrip, and we will repeat horizontally across the X plane. So now the main box container has a wonderful gradient background, and we're ready to continue with the rest of the page properties. I'll set up as well, I'll set up our font sizes and fonts. So in the page font area under CSS, I'll click and choose one of the font sets. Usually you're going to pick a font set that is very, very common on end user machines, because it's their machine that installs the font when viewing your page. So I'm going to choose this particular set of fonts. By the way, you can edit the font list and create your own set. I'm going to use this particular font, and for file size, I'll say 12 pixels, and click OK, and I'm in pretty good shape right now. I'll say File Save.